Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in clause number 333506. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Adrian Hernandez Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gonzalez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Gonzalez, you may put your hand down. Mr. Gonzalez, your full name is Adrian Hernandez Gonzalez. How you doing, Mr. Gonzalez?
Good.
You doing good? Mr. Gonzalez, you're here represented by your attorney, Rife Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
I'm still doing well.
And Mr. Kimler, do you waive a record in Mr. Gonzalez's case?
So,
And the state is represented by Attorney Lamar Johnson. Attorney Johnson, how are you doing?
I'm back on, thank you.
Mr. Gonzalez, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about July 24th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, this information further alleges that prior to the commission of this offense by you, Adrian Hernandez Gonzalez, on May 26th of 2021, in the county court at law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, in cause number 325424, that you was convicted of the misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, and that conviction became final before the commission of this offense. Mr. Gonzalez, is that true or not true? Now, to this offense of driving while intoxicated, second, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest? Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Garcia, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Sure.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Garcia, there's a set of initials AH that are on a line next to a box. They need to put his G on there. That's AH. He put AH. Adrian Hernandez. He got the G missing.
Garcia?
Yeah, he's charged as Aaron Hernandez Garcia.
Last time I put AH.
Is Garcia your last name? Okay, go ahead and put it G. After the H.
I don't think so. Mr. It snapped back and hit him. Okay, Mr. Garcia, I have before me a document titled misdemeanor plea admonishment that you previously acknowledged. On page 2 of this document, there are set of initials AHG on the line next to the box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes,
On page 3 of this same document, Mr. Garcia, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Mr. Garcia, is this your signature?
yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box that's checked states that this is a plea bar, states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The next. Now, Mr. Garcia, do we have it? Oh, here it is. Mr. Garcia, I also have a document that is titled discovery certification. Mr. Garcia, do you recognize this document?
Sure.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant? Mr. Garcia, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I've just mentioned? Did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Sure.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Sure.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Sure.
State. Now, Mr. Garcia, are you a citizen of the United States?
Sure.
You are. State, I have state, I have before me states exhibits number 1. State, you like to offer states exhibits number 1?
Yes, Your Honor, state offer stage 1,
No objection.
and state would also offer state exhibit number 2, Your Honor, and ask the court to take judicial notice of the probable cause affidavit in the state and the court's file.
Any
No
objection?
objection.
No objection, states exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted to take, and the court will take judicial notice of states 2, the probable cause affidavit, which is in the court's file. Mr. Kimler, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Garcia, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, your attorney. Mr. Kimler has advised in counsel to you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Sure.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garcia, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I'll also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state is recommending confinement in Jefferson County Jail for a period of 1 year. Your Honor, we're asking that the court suspend imposing that sentence at this time and instead place defendant on community supervision for a period of 1 year. Required to pay a $1,000 fine to complete 60 hours of community service, Your Honor. We're also asking that the standard terms and conditions for DWI second probation include the DWI intervention course, Your Honor, and defendant has, in connection with this plea agreement, defendant has agreed to surrender himself to serve his mandatory 72 hours on or before 6 p.m. on Friday, February 10th.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Garcia, the state is offering let you serve 1 year in the Jefferson County Jail, which is 365 days. However, this 365 days will be probated for a period of 1 year. So you'll be on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $422, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $1,422. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education class and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Now, should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Mr. Mr. Garcia, your monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $205 a month. Will you be able to pay the $205 each month?
Yes, sir. I'm trying.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You will?
Yeah.
And you'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI
Intervention.
I'm looking at all this on the thing. You have a DWI intervention class. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI education class. They have a drug and have an alcohol assessment. You'll be required to install a DWI interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. And you'll be required to serve 72 hours in the Jefferson County Jail as a term of conditional probation to begin on Friday, February 10th, 2023 at or before 6 p.m. Mr. Garcia, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Garcia, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And this will conclude the calling of the courts. Well, let's do this here. We have one more case left. That's Rosendo Gonzalez. And we're gonna go forward on that. Let me do this here. I'll just wait till they finish. Next case is cause number 322-186, case of Style, State of Texas versus Rosendo de Jesus Gonzalez. Rosendo Gonzalez was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's announcement docket on today's date of February 8 of 2023. At or about 9 a.m., Rosendo Gonzalez's name was called at the courthouse door by the courthouse bailiff. Rosendo Gonzalez did not answer. Rosendo Gonzalez has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. However, Rosendo Gonzalez's attorney, Dustin Galmore, did appear in court. He informed the court that he was going to pay the fine and court costs for the JP reductions, and he would get that back to the court. The time now is 12:47 p.m. on today's date. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Rosendo Gonzalez at the courthouse door?
No response, Your Honor.
Rosendo Gonzalez's name was just called at the courthouse door, again by the court's bailiff. Rosendo Gonzalez did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Gonzalez an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. Same motion, one.
That motion will be granted. Rosendo Gonzalez bond will be forfeited and a warrant should be issued for his arrest in cause number 322-186. And this will conclude the calling of the court's announcement docket that was scheduled for today's date of February 8 of 2023 at 9 a.m. in County Court at Law Number 2. Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.